Okay, guys. So, Garbu really wants to do this video, and honestly, it's kind of. See, this is the thing. I don't think I'm ever going to be one of those I don't really want to get into like drama channels. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't call this drama, but it is one of those things.
It kind of has turned into it because so many, pretty much every 40k channel is like.
If you want to make money on YouTube, you better embrace the drama, bro.
Yeah, well, you see, that's the thing. Honestly, I don't know. I've spoken to a few people that do a lot of do drama on YouTube, and it's no surprise they're kind of in on it. You know what I mean? I've actually had people come to me. It's like, James, can you be? Yeah, honestly, and it's like, James, can you be the villain? Because you guys do 4chan, and I do Reddit. Yeah, so can you be
villain.
Can you be the
I go
villain?
on 4chan, look up cat girl pictures.
You know what I mean? It's like, all right, no, don't be ridiculous. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, some people are just like that. So yeah, this all came about. I actually saw this because
it's due to some rather stupid bug truckers that called the Templin Institute. I can't curse in the first 5. I'm gonna try. But basically, these guys try to say what about female space marines? And they're trying to do they're trying to backpedal and be like, oh, it's all ironic. We're just trying to point out no, you're just being stupid.
So, we start off? We'll go with the actual. I've got the tweet here, so do you want me to send yet?
Yeah.
I got it here.
I can't wait for chat to read this freaking garbage fire. All right.
Yeah. The best thing about it is he goes debate me below, and then
blocks everybody. Yeah. Debate me, lol. Gets thrashed in the comments. You guys are being mean. This is harassment. 40k players are like trolls. Anyway. So the thing is, the argument that there can't be female space marines because it violates established lore or canon or whatever is not only completely asinine, but reflects a total misunderstanding of Warhammer 40,000 universe. So he's saying here is that if you adhere to the lore or the background writings, you are misunderstanding 40k. This is the kind of stuff that boils my piss from within my own bowels when I see this stuff.
It's such a the thing is I knew exactly what he was going for. I knew exactly what he was going for the second I saw that. I've seen the argument tons of times, and it's it's the way the universe is set up. It's designed that anyone can be fighting anyone at any given time, and anytime someone plays the game, they can consider it official in their head canon. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I to me personally, I consider the all Garrison Party canon in my eyes.
Most guys use headcanon. Also believe their headcanon is that they're female. So let's just go right past that headcanon shit. Yeah, but I love how our cast posts a literal gate in the comment section. It's a giant.
And then the guy came back with, "Did you use Comic Sans?
Did you use Comic Sans in one of your thumbnails?" It's just.
I don't think he does use Comic Sans. He uses Call. I can't remember the name of the font.
Well, the thing is, Templin is such a Reddit brain, dude. Didn't you use Comic Sans 4 years ago on your thumbnails? Oh yeah, great burn there, bruh. Don't you draw rifles with boobs? Yeah. Everyone knows this.
That's what Garbu gets all the time. That's what Garbu gets all the time for the uninitiated.
Well, the thing is, though,
Garbu gets this.
So people who do this want to completely ruin canon to fit their own ideals. Doesn't matter what genre or group they're going into, they want things changed the way they want it, and they don't understand that things like this
But why do they want it? That's the interesting part. Why do they want to change it?
I could not tell you.
What's the purpose behind it? I think someone's up to no good, and I think we've seen this. This is the thing.
Someone's up to some shonky business, bro.
Well, yeah, essentially, look at how many times, they've tried, I'm just not going to watch Rings of Power. I don't care. It's normally, James, if you're going to criticize something, you should probably watch it. It's how about no, I'm not going to do it. I trust opinions of people that I know that have watched it, and if they say it's trash, I'm just not, going to talk about it. I'm not going to bring it up. Look what they've done with Star Wars. Look what they've tried to do with every single fandom that you can think of, pretty much everything. They've tried to water down, sanitize, and take all the bits that make the universe cool and interesting, and I think this is why the people that are into 40k are so up to fighting against this type of stuff, because they've seen it happen time and time again. and they're just not willing to have this happen. You know what I mean?
Well, see,
I think this is.
I coined a name
I think
for
you.
this. I just coined a name called syndrome, because there's a movie called The Incredibles. Okay, and there's this guy called Syndrome who's trying to remove all the superheroes and make everyone superheroes. Because when everyone's super, no one will be. And they're basically going in and trying to basically homogenize and take and make everything a nice fluid, milky substance. And also these comments are garbage fire. I'm so glad of you poking this bear. This bear deserves to be poked. It's like, you suck. You just suck.
Honestly, see, the thing is, this argument comes up
just
all the time.
Slurping on shaft.
No, but see this whole female space blade thing. It happens like I see it like serious people arguing about it at least once a month. Like it just pops up constantly, and I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere.
Well, they can't
just
stand that there's established lore saying no, they can't. This is built off the male genome, the male biology. And like I said in my post on Twitter, if you say a female somehow survives the whole process, that does kill off men. It's not like it kills off dudes too.
Like so to become a space blade, you essentially need to be like a gold medalist,
absolute Chad.
multi-gold medalist Olympian, like top peak human beings, like, you know,
for a chance to survive.
Yeah, and that's, you've even got a slim chance. I'm pretty sure the bulk of people that do get picked to become space marines do not make it through training. That's the thing. Space marines are... See, I think this is one of the problems with video games and the role-playing games. In lore, space marines are insane. Like, they are absolutely...
Well, they're literally angels of death. And they get watered down...
Angels of death.
Well, they get watered down due to, like, narrative stuff. And basically what they do is... They want things to be big and literally, a squad of space marines can defend a planet if you get down to it.
I think honestly, this is one thing I think 40K's kind of lost in the last wee while, and I think that's because, especially in the tabletop and stuff like that, they've been focusing so heavily on titans and gargantuan creatures and stuff like that. I don't know. I think a space marine should be a terrifying presence. Do you know what I mean?
Well, like,
to me, a space marine should be. Honestly, the thing, like, what can they can run, like, what, 60 miles an hour for, like, days on end, you know what I mean? Like, you know, their strength is incredible, everything, even without their armor, without their weapons, they are incredible, their mental fortitude alone, their tactics, everything, you know what I mean? They should just have everything going for them.
Well, it's one of those things where they want to make more money. See, the thing is, a space marine army should only compromise about 20, 30 models. At most 20, because these guys are
we're custodies. Honestly, that's the problem. They introduce custodies, I think, as well, and that kind of, you know what I mean.
Well, even then, a custodian's army would be like 5 models, because they don't represent the actual power of these models. Plus, they want more money. So, you need 2 squads. It's like, no.
Yeah.
But anyway, what really rocks my testicles about this kind of stuff is that space marines are special because of the fact they're all men. Sisters are special because they're all women. The Imperial Guard is special because it's a mixed co-ed force. Now, that's what makes these things special. It's what makes them unique. And these people want to rip the uniqueness out of everything they can get their hands on, because to them, uniqueness is bad. Well, or they don't understand the power of uniqueness. I mean, look at all these guys using kitten and fae and demon pronouns and all this other bullshit. they don't understand what actually means to be unique and special. Space marines are special.
You don't get it, Garbgo. If I've got neon hair, I'm special. No, Garbgo. If I dye my hair a neon color, I am a unique individual, and you know what? I should get a septum ring while I'm at it to make
I'm
me
just
really
like Jacksepticeye.
I'm not like all the other e-wings, okay? I'm worse.
Man, but the people they hate unique things, the Temple Institute is honestly pants on head retarded. Like the things he was putting out in my head canon. No one cares about your fucking head canon, you retard. Ain't no one care what the hell Temple Institute thinks. There is established canon of a franchise / story narrative. Them's the rules. These are the breaks. You can't go, well, I don't like it, so I don't believe it. I'm making female space marines. And then, like, he's this guy who's like...
You get that, though?
Do what?
you get that, like, see, there's a lot of, like, channels that mix in sometimes a lot of opinion and stuff in with their videos, and a lot of people give them stink over it, you know what I mean? But I think that's something that it's hard to, sometimes it can be hard to break away from that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You keep going. I'm lost.
They could try this awesome thing where you don't be a cunt.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And that solves all your problems.
That's the thing. He went and did, like, I think the whole thing is the guy went and did being like, oh, I know better than you, so I'm going to demolish you with my facts and logic, and then proceeds to hide and blocks everyone, and I don't know. So, like, we go through the reasons that he has. So one of them was old Death of Canon. His reasoning for that is, well, actually, it just doesn't matter because the whole universe is kind of set up. Yeah, but 40K's got a very solid foundation that has been working on for a very, very long time. To say that there isn't established lore is... Can you imagine a lore channel just be like, oh, bro, lore doesn't matter? You know what I mean? Well, it's like, what?
He has the weirdest and most like fart pants fucking hot takes on like the 40K lore.
I haven't, honestly. I only read like the first thread on Twitter. I was like, hey, this is fucking ridiculous. I don't know. I just left it. So
the thing is, it's not even a good take. It's just a stupid take. And it's just like, you know, saying, well, you're saying in this giant universe there can't be one... No, idiot. No, there can't. It's like saying, why can't the water casts go into combat on the ground with the fire warriors? Because they can't. They just don't. It's part of canon. It works.
That's also one of the biggest things. The big thing about space. Think of how important the gene seed is.
Oh, exactly.
Gene seed is a big component of what makes a space marine.
They'll go in and actually try and harvest that gene seed by the space marine and harvest that shit.
They need that. Like, that is so valuable. Like, gene seed. See, like, honestly, I don't know. Is there many stories about Chaos trying to steal gene seed? Because, like, you know,
yeah. So there are like Chaos Medicae, I guess you call them that, and they'll try and like swoop in and like hijack gene seed to make. I know this is I don't know if it's actually established yet or not, but I'm pretty sure they have like actual gene vats in the warp to make more Chaos Space Marines.
Oh, sure. What do you call your man? Bile. Your man Bile. He's like,
I think it's Bile.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of feel bad because
I was never a huge fan.
I'll be honest with you, guy.
I was never a huge fan of like Chaos lore. I was like, you guys are gross, whatever.
Yeah,
go away.
Well, I don't. Yeah, honestly, Chaos for me, like, I'm a Dark Elder player. I'm sorry, I'm very edgy. Leave me alone, okay? I'm sorry, guys. Don't judge me too
here's
much,
a post. So he says, the idea that 40K has a strict canon is fundamentally untrue. Every bit of information we have, every slice of text, every image, every piece of footage, everything is coming from a source that is biased, misinformed, or outright lying. He's implying that the people who make... That'd be like saying me, a voter book, oh, you're just misinformed. Bitch, I write the fucking book. Like, these guys are writing the book in the lore. Well, you're biased and misinformed. Like, yes, I'm biased. I'm writing the shit. B, how can I'm writing it. How am I misinformed? And you're lying. Lying about what? The shit I created?
It's not like the book's being written in the perspective of like a diary or something. It's not like it's being... Well, some stories all are told first person, but for the most part, like, you know, you're being told everything from like a godlike perspective. You know what I mean? Like, what do you call that in like whenever you're like looking down on everyone? You know what I mean? And it's not being told for the first person. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Now, I know, like...
So I don't really think... Is it possible to lie about information or, like, fabricate stuff whenever the story is being told in, like, a... Unless it's like... You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think it's a good argument anyway. Like,
well, it's a trash argument because it's basically you're trying to, like, put a scarecrow in a field. The field's like, we haven't planted yet, bro. What are you doing? Yeah. But another big thing was it's about equality, really. So when you think about it, there's Sisters of Battle, Sisters of Silence.
Don't get me wrong. I love Sisters of Battle.
Female Inquisitors, female Imperial Guard, female Mechanicus, female Eldar, female Tau, female Necrons, female Genestealer cultists and their huge chitinous boobies. There's equality all over the fucking place in 40K. 40K has a completely co-ed ground force military. there are captains and generals and yada yada, and even commissars who are female. You cannot get more equal than a 40K universe.
In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium,
there's only equality.
There is no room for there's equality.
Only equality.
There's only equality. Like see what in the grim dark future. Yeah, like you know, look, I don't know. Maybe, I spent a bit of time. Look at Russia in World War II. There you go. That's like you need to know about equality. There you go. You know,
that's more propaganda.
Honestly, you know, yeah. Well, look at the Night Witches. It's hard to tell with the Night Witches if they're a bit of a meme. Like but they're kind of cool. They're
At least
a cool
they did
story.
it, you know?
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell how effective they were. I don't believe they were effective at all because, like, you know, they're using like little dinky War 1 planes. But it was pretty cool that they would fly up really high, turn their engines off, and then, like, you know, drop bombs. That's cool to me. And of course, like, you know, they would have to do this at night because, you know, they would just be shot down. Like, you know, it's very easy to shut down World War I planes. I get when you're in World War II.
Well, that's why they flew at night, because they were able to go slow and shot the fucking sky.
Yeah. But again, like, you know, them planes would, I think, top speed like 200 miles an hour. You could easily shut them down with like machine guns. You know what I mean? So, like, anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. I'm checking the Night Witches.
So I'll take the spin on its head, right? We're gonna spin this on its head. Let's pretend we're looking at 40K from the woke perspective. All right.
Okay.
The Imperium could not be more fucking woke. You think about it. There are female-only battalions, female-only combat groups, co-ed military, every leadership position except for like. Space
God Emperor of Mankind, maybe?
Yeah, I mean,
Space Marine and the God Emperor, I suppose.
Yeah, they're all available to women. There are female commissars, female inquisitors, female assassins, female captains, female generals, female tank commanders who are hot as shit, by the way. I mean, it's just...
I'm sure they are.
There are female catechins. There are muscle mommies in this fucking canon, and it's canon. And you cannot find a more woke fucking canon, because everything is open, except for... two things. Literally, only two. Space Marines and affiliate chapters. Sisters of Battle. Those two are non-co-ed. Only out of all the units, there are female pilots, female ship captains, female rogue traders. The only two things that are not co-ed are Space Marines and Sisters of Battle. That's it.
But even then, like, you know, when you think about it, I don't know about Space Marines, but the Ecclesiarchy does have a lot of males that still work, like flatulence and whatnot. So, like, you know, technically they still do have a military arm that is still male. You know what I mean? They do have males in that. And I suppose you could argue, like, you know, there probably is male serfs or female serfs with Space Marines. Like, you know, there might be, I don't know. I've never actually heard of one. But again, because the universe is that big, bro, the probably is. You know what I mean? But look here, like, you know what? Let's go for a different perspective. Let's go with the perspective. Why would someone want to put in female wasn't already?
A fetish.
Why would someone? Well, I think a fetish. Yes, I think that would be part of it. Even though I don't know,
just knowing, like, even the dudes get fucking mega chatted. The female Space Marine would just look like Greg with like a pretty mouth. Like it'd be this huge ass dude with like nice hair and a pretty mouth. It would still be it wouldn't be a woman. It'd be this huge hulking monstrosity. I mean, if you think about it, they aren't even men. They're Space Marines.
No,
you have one gender: space, marine. That's it.
But you could definitely argue that they are transhuman. I would say they probably are transhuman. No, but you know what I mean. Like, I think they're like post-human almost. Like, I would say, but the amount of augmentations that a Space Marine has had, is that even a human being at that point? Does that make sense? Well, and I think you can make a very good argument that they probably aren't humans anymore.
No.
At this point, you know what
they're
I mean?
Basically
the amount
meat
that's been
monsters,
changed and added and. Yeah, honestly, they really are. So, look, let's think of it. Why would someone want to go in? Like, okay, what have we seen time and time again? We've seen this happen in Star Wars. We've seen this happen in Star Trek. Well, Star Trek is just written badly. It was always like that in Star Trek, but just been done really poorly. It used to be done well. But anyway, why? Yeah, well, why do they want to do it? Do they want to water down established setting? Do they want to milk toast it, if it were? Do they want to, is this what I think is, honestly, see, at this point, I honestly think that this is a good argument for a culture war stuff, because this is what it's turned into, and this is like one of the main battlefields for 40k in the culture war, and I argue it is female space marines. Now, again, I don't see, whenever I see this, I'm like, I'm just not impressed. I don't like a lot of time, and I feel like there's no real point in it. I don't really want female space marines. If someone else wanted them, I mean, if you wanted to model them, I mean, see, this is the thing. Well, if you wanted
there were female space marines. They made them an old rogue trader, and people hated them.
No,
it was like
the thing.
The sun powers or the sun.
No, I looked into that. They were made by a third party. They weren't made by a Games Workshop, right? No, they went. So the entire line, all of that stuff didn't sell very well anyway. But again, Rogue Trader. It's kind of, is Rogue Trader even 40k at this? Like, I
remember like
very different.
A Sisters of Purification, I think it was called. But like, but here's the main crux though. In order to have female Space Marines, you would need a female Primarch. Every Space Marine is a clone of a Primarch.
Well, so if you want, I think, like, you know what, if someone was that determined, if they wanted to, like, we've got 2 missing Primarchs, they're meant for people to make their own chapters. If you feel that strongly about it, go for it.
I'm going to lead in here for my fellow Coomers. Imagine how delicious a female Primarch would be, bro. Just pure muscle mommy perfection. Like, I'm for it. Really, I am. But I need a good reason why she's there. Like, I'm still need a good reason why muscle mommy Primarch 2000 is there. And as well as canon defining why the Emperor said, you know what? You guys need a little sister. Like, could have little sister Primarch have kept horse and like, big brother, what are you doing? Come on.
Well, I think, you know what? I honestly think one of the main reasons why there isn't female space marine is, the big one for me, I would argue, is look what happened to the Thunder Warriors. The Emperor created the Thunder Warriors to unite Earth, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone agrees on that. Were they designed to be disposable? Were they designed to not last very long? Were they designed in such a way that, you know what, maybe we don't need these ones anymore, let's destroy them? What happens if they go rogue? Oh, the Horus Heresy, what? Why would you make these superhumans and they could reproduce? Do you want them to be able to reproduce on their own? Or do you want them to be bound by something by a gene seed? You need to remember, Space Marines are engineered.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
They are made.
They aren't.
They're basically
a lot of times they're not even made to be the best.
No, they're basically Uruk-hai and 40k. They're made.
Yeah. They're designed for attack. I believe, honestly, what I believe a Space Marine is designed for is dealing with orcs. I believe that's exactly what their purpose was to deal with orcs in 40k. Mm-hmm. Everything about them screams, let's fight orcs. Like, they've got the big, loud, bangy guns. You know what I mean? They've got, like, there's everything about them that I think would make a good fight for an orc. You know what I mean? And even, like, the chainswords and stuff like that, it's all very orky. You know what I mean? And I would say, at the time of the creation, I would argue that probably orcs would have been the biggest menace in the Milky Way galaxy at the time that the Emperor was creating the Space Marines, so I think that makes perfect sense to me. Also, on the topic, actually, I really want to put this out here, and a lot of people shout at me for this idea, but I think it works in my mind, okay? So fuck you guys, okay? You can shout at me in the comments, but I still think I'm right. Okay, so I believe that whenever they made lasguns, I believe lasguns were the perfect weapon at the time period. I believe that everything that was weak to a lasgun is now dead in the 41st century. You know
they
what I mean?
work too efficiently now.
Yeah, and the only thing that's left is literally Necrons, terrifying, TIE, which, let's be serious, TIE fringe thing. They just don't have time to, like, if the Imperium wanted to deal with them, I don't care. TIE would get squashed very easily. I'm just putting it out there. It's not really worth spending the time at the you know what I mean? It's just not worth it. Orcs, I think, are a big problem as well. You know what I mean? You need to turn an orc into Swiss cheese before you know what I mean? A lasgun's going to take them down. I think a lasgun is pretty much, honestly, it was the perfect weapon when it was first introduced. It needs to be changed, though, at this time period. You know what I mean?
To an AK-47.
Don't know how to do that. Yeah, maybe. Well, you know what? Maybe. Well, did that not happen in Armageddon? I think Armageddon Steel Legion, they used auto weapons. The reason being they're more effective against orcs because obviously they've got more DACA. Do you know what I mean? So obviously they're going to be more effective against an orc because they bang. You know what I mean? They make a loud bright noise. You know what I mean? They've got all the everything.
They
that
makes the big
orc,
noise, boss.
Yeah, exactly, and it just works. So it affects
like
psychology.
noises.
You know.
But
Well, you can't. I don't know. That's what I think, and I know you guys are going to be no, James. The guys going
No, James, only darker shooters are folks.
I don't care. Those guns are cool. Okay.
But like we're
Anyway.
backwards a bit. So basically, this post here by Thomas.
Oh,
Plans,
right. Okay. What's this?
It says it's weird you say
I
this.
hope you've been screenshotting all this.
I have, yeah. They're in your.
So, I don't know if you know this, but we've got a website with lots of models. And whenever I say lots of models, I mean lots of models. We've got models for any setting that you can think of. With humans with biddies, animals that shouldn't have biddies but do have biddies, dwarves and elves with biddies. Look, we've got a lot of smut models. But it doesn't stop there. We really do have models for anything and everything. And to be honest, they look so good. Chef's kiss, so good. But it's not all smut for all you good Christian Minecraft server players. We've got you covered. And we even got the weebs covered too, which is unusual for this channel because we don't like weebs.
Yeah, the weebs aren't that bad, okay? They're just fun to laugh at.
We also have 5th edition subclasses and adventures, which some of them are free for download, and we sell a physical printed copy of Steel Water as well, and you can request a signed version, if that's your thing, where I'll draw a penis on it for you.
If you want us to sign a couple of decks, we'll give you decks, okay, guys? That's what you want.
If you enjoy what we do here, go ahead and check out the website. It helps us out so much, and we don't need to worry about our YouTube overlord striking down another one of our channels. Our website is also now available as an app on Android. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy! Yay! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's get back to the video.
Chat. I can't find you engaging with people here with any actual evidence or even your own argument, unless your argument is that the 40K doesn't have a set universe. And this fucking idiot. Yep, that's my main argument. There is no objective truth in 40K. So it's like you cannot look at an established canon in lore by a writer and go, nope, I don't believe it, motherfucker. It's his lore. Well, if I walk into a game system,
unless it was like Matt Ward.
Well, if I walk into a game system, I go, all right, what's the lore? It's this. You know what? As a gamer, I go, okay. I'm gonna. Well, I don't like it, so I'm not gonna listen to it. It's like, but this is the game. Lore. Like, well, I don't care.
You know what?
Nope, I don't like it. I've got a lore defensive shield. You can't. Like, it's such a childish bullshit thing to do. Then again, we know that most of these people are literally child brains. So it's like, okay, yeah, checks out.
The thing is, as well, like, you know, I think like there's a few different tiers to people that are into 40K. There's some people that are just interested in the lore, they read the books, they do whatever. Then there's people that are really into the lore and they pick the models. And then there's the people that actually play the game. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of overlap. I would argue it's like a Venn diagram. You know what I mean? For me at this point, I played up until 8th edition, and I haven't touched it, and that's just because
the current game is dog shit.
Kind of trash. Yeah,
the current game is dog shit.
Yeah, I still love the lore though. Yeah. I still do love the lore.
The lore's about
James.
One day, James, they'll come back around at us. All right, they'll make a big old U-turn. I'm like, oh, it's coming back. It's just going to take time. They had to go here, burn out with their bad ideas, and they'll be back. They'll be back. But
someday, hopefully.
Yeah. Someday, home day, yeah. But basically, this guy is using absolutely liberal mental gymnastics to try and somehow prove his point and, like, shake his ass at actual fans of the lore. And these kind of guys, this guy's, number one, it's a lore channel to start out with. So he's bankrolling all this money off the lore that he's abusing to make money, and then going, actually, this lore is a false truth. Like, what kind of hashish are you smoking, my friend?
Well, the thing is, the guy's pretty big. I've never heard of him before, but he's got 500,000.
Not anymore, he ain't.
Subscribers. Oh, does he not actually? I need to check. Well, anyway.
He's lost quite a few.
Oof. Well, like, you know what I mean? Like, he was kind of asking for that. They went about it. Like, you know, it would be one thing if he stated his opinions and be like, look, I believe that female Space Marines could work in the setting. Fine, lightly, we go about that. But instead, he decided to just be kind of nasty and then turn.
Not
around,
even
like, you guys are
kind of
racist.
nasty. He walked up and stuck his finger in your butthole. Went, oh, is someone's finger in someone's butthole? It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? That's what he did. It's just not like a hey, you know. I was thinking about it, you know, and let's try and headcanon or try and figure out how Space Marines could exist as female. Everyone will go, you know what? Sure, I'll do that. So he goes, 40K is a false truth. I'm correct. Finger and butthole, and it's just, I was like, what the fuck? He did it. He did it in such a fucking retard way.
Yeah, it was so bad.
I was just like,
I don't know.
It's just like, what are you doing? And it all goes in this huge crux of these people hate established things. Established lore, established stories, established settings.
Do you think maybe the reason why he wanted to do this is because he's got 500,000, well, just to whatever he
has
now.
500,000 now.
500,000 followers, quite well followed. A lot of people know.
We'll try and stir up drama.
Do you
or
think,
some shit?
you know? Well, do you think by him doing this, does he get to sway people's opinions on the matter? By him talking about it, do you think...
Judging by the comment section, no.
No. I think, but again, I think that's for, like, I think, honestly, speaking from experience, I think everyone that's, me and you, everyone that's watching this video, everyone that we're talking to, has experienced a fandom that they love be absolutely destroyed by trash writers.
By this kind of shit right here. These
Yeah.
little insurgents who go, what about female Space Marines? And you gotta stomp this shit.
Yeah.
Stomp it down the drain like a turd. Just keep stomping and grind that heel in. Go away, turd. Be gone, turd.
Honestly, I think 40K players in particular are no fools to this type of...
No.
This get-up,
There
you
is,
know what I mean?
there is not a more black-pilled fucking fandom than the 40K fandom.
Yeah, it really is. Honestly, like, that's what I love about it, 40K. I don't think I'm ever gonna, like, not enjoy 40K, even if I'm not fussed on Newhammer, like, I'm not fussed on the nerd and stuff like that, but, like, it doesn't mean... it doesn't mean, like, you know what I mean?
See, I'm gonna go back, because what really grinds my balls about this is the fact he's making a big fuss over, like I said before, the most woke faction there is. Like, how can you look at all these awesome female options and go, you know what? It's not enough. We need female space. It's never enough. And this shit is what starts the never enough snowball. It's running down your fucking fandom and running you over. It's how it starts. And the thing is, it's like 40K. How can you go here and go, you know what? It's not enough. Also, we need twink boy toy brothers of battle or the sisters of battle.
Yeah, we
If
do.
you know the comic,
Yes,
you get 4
definitely.
base points. All right, those of you out there, you know the comic I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah, you know you do. But
you know, I got that actually. I forgot to tell you. So one of the artists that does a lot of my sets, he was getting grief. This was probably about a year and a half ago.
Grief for what?
And like, you know. So you guys know a lot of my sets, like, you know, there's a lot of it's male and female mixed, so it is, like, there's tons of women in it, and like, you know, the artist that does it, he was getting a lot of glee people, like, you know, being like, why do you not, like, do, like, females like this? It's like pretty much the, like, feminist types of, like, why do you have, like, women with big bums and, like, big titties?
Bobs and vagines?
Yeah, it's like, why can you not make them, like, ugly like me? You know what I mean? It's like,
Why can't they be flat-chested and ugly just like me, bruv? I'm a woman too, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, but
That's
here's the
exactly
thing,
what it
Helga.
was.
No one's gonna buy your fucking model.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
that
that's
actually,
one of
you
the
know what?
things,
That's
like, you
actually
know-
me. That's me. I thought the stock model was like for Star Wars Legion. They have Imperial officers. It's a female. I was like, oh, cool, female model. I bought it. She's ugly as fuck. You know what I did? I went and bought and printed prettier female models that have my battlefield.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, let's be serious. Like, well, why would you... See, this is the thing. Like, people don't think about this. When it comes to modeling, if you're painting something, like, you know, like, why would you create something ugly? This is what I hate about modern art as well. Why would you create something hideous? Like, that was another one. I was talking to... we were talking about clay golems, and they were they were showing all these like ugly clay golems. It's like, no, if you were going to breathe life into a creature, you would make it into like a marble bust. You know what I mean? Like one of those like pretty much like our avatars that we're using on YouTube right now. Would you not create something beautiful instead of, or do you want to make something ugly and disgusting?
As an artist, the term ugly and disgusting, shrewd, is different. Like most folks won't use a Roman nose. You can use a Roman nose for a female, and it'll still be pretty. It's just you just got to do it correctly. But most folks won't make an absolute fucking gargoyle on purpose. That's part of a story. Or it's like you want them to hate. Literally, when you think about it, when you want someone to hate a person, what do? You make that person ugly and mean.
Well, a good example would be like, look, most famous painting ever, Mona Lisa. She ain't exactly that nice. Let's just put that out there. You know what I mean? She's pretty basic bitch. You know what I mean? Like let's not try and kid ourselves. Mona Lisa looks like a bit of a basic bitch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But again, you can't say that it's not a beautiful piece of artwork at the same time. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying you have to be beautiful, but again, at the same time, I believe it should be pleasant and it should be,
nice to look at. You know what I mean? Well, that most modern art's modern art is like this temple and post, absolute trash and not needed.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the thing is, I used to be a portrait artist before I started doing all this shit, and I was like, you know what, these people fucking suck. So I went to go. You know what, I'm gonna do porn instead. Fuck it, I'm out of here.
Yeah, but, I'm just gonna be happy and funky. I'm just gonna go big old teddies.
But yeah, it's just that these guys. It's just, man, I don't know. It's just people like this. They hate lore. They hate established anything, and they always want to push the boundary. I don't mind pushing the boundary, but there are limits.
I'm up for that.
The limits is the lore in the setting and the canon, and I just don't see why you would pick this hill to die on. Like for all the hills to die on, it's a pretty woke hill because there are female commissars who can step on me. There are female generals who can step on me. There are tons of female characters out there.
Clean's daughter's pretty brittle. Have you seen her model? Like, she's brittle, man. Just put that out there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that and is the Hospitaller? I think it's a Hospitaller model. That's brittle as well, so it is. It's not it's a really old model from the 90s.
Like,
there's a lot of old models from the 90s that just don't hold up very well.
Well, like, even like, talk about like this females in combat roles in 40K, there are knights whose pilots are female. Like, there's a Dawn of War 3, I think it was, had a female knight commander who's running around just blasting shit. And it's just like...
So I get...
Like, you could not pick a more stupid fucking hill to die on than this hill right here. Like, just fuck off.
You don't get it, Garbo. Look, Garbo, I think we're gonna have to end it with you're just a bigot and you just hate women, and that's it.
Right,
there's no other exception.
Right.
That's exactly
you caught me.
That's exactly what they're going to say, though. That's what they're going to say. You know exactly what that's their argument. That's what they're going to.
Women who are space marines. What the fuck? Like, I love the fact that in 40K. That the Imperial Guard's co-ed. You can have a female sergeant, a female private, a female captain, as well as a male captain, male sergeant, male private, and you can go and find female and male Zendikar assassins, female and male rogue traders. Yeah. It's great knowing I can, since it's established, I can go, hey, I can do this in a riding or something, or in an army. It's also why in my book series there are female sergeants, there are female captains, there are females getting shot to shit in combat. Equality is a beautiful thing in bloodshed and war. Like when you think about it. Like,
also, it creates great propaganda.
What?
Creates great propaganda.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I should elaborate that very much though.
Aren't all
I don't know if I should elaborate that. No. Well, it depends. I know it's mixed, so it is the whole planet. But again, like, they are very hush hush about that whole
make baby
process.
Make baby,
yeah.
clone.
They are very like it's official, but it's not official, and they don't really like to talk about it. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of Death Corps and Clique. I like they're cool and all.
They're a cool
but
meme.
You know the thing is, they're a cool meme. But you know what it is for me when it comes to Death Corps and Clique. I do like them. I do actually have a good lot of Death Corps and Clique models. Mm-hmm. My biggest issue is, of course, World War One. That's what they're based off of. And I'm really kind of sick of gas mask porn when it comes to World War One stuff, because I believe it's kind of like putting a gimp mask on. I'm not even joking. And it's kind of like it removes the human element of the war. You know what I mean? And it removes the brutality of it, and it turns the man on the ground into. And again, they do this with Death Corps of Greek, and I'm pretty sure it's on purpose. But they turn them into numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Numbers die again and again.
Well, they're
again.
like
And I think
they're basically like the super edgy.
Yeah, they're alright. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the models look really cool. You can't say
like lore wise, they're super edgy. So yeah, they've lost 5,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that's not bad. Like, you know, that's alright for a channel. Like, honestly, see, for a channel that big, I would, like, you know, for them, wouldn't worry about it too much. But again, like, you know, that's not going to stop them. They're probably going to pull something like this again very soon. Honestly, I really don't care much for it. These people there's enough people. See, when it comes to 40k, the people that actually care about aren't good. They know how to snuff out bullshit a mile away. So it feels like to me this is not something that I feel the need to even try and argue about. But when it comes to this is the thing, guys. Like, I don't care what anyone else say. War gamers and role players are different people. You know what I mean?
The gates are far stronger and far larger.
Well, I think it's also to do with the price of entry. It's much harder to get into war games.
I've got to spend money, but I don't have any money.
Yeah. Yeah, and also you need to learn how to paint. You need to learn how to model. Like, it's a big undertaking, and it is hard to get into. You know what I mean? And I think that's the reason why a lot of people just settle for reading the books, reading the lore, and all that.
I wouldn't say hard to get into. I'd say it takes more effort, like mental and physical effort. Because any schmuck can grab a dice set and sit down at a table with a sheet of paper. It takes more effort to wargame.
Yeah, it does. Definitely does. And even just to carry your stuff. See, even just transport your army. Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous, you know what I mean? The good thing is you don't need as many people, though. All you need to do is find one other person.
You just gotta find some schmuck. That has that. See, my big thing is, do you brush your teeth? Are you a fucking asshole or not? Because say you're not, say like you're an asshole and you don't brush your teeth, like, get the fuck away from me. I'm playing. That's why you have a huge amount of people you play with. There's a whole group you think, oh look, it's Terry's here. Fuck you, Terry. I ain't playing you, Terry. I'm gonna play Joe though. I like Joe. And you gotta go and play with Joe. Like right now, we're doing a tournament for Star Wars Legion. We got like, hey, we're gonna cap at 14 screen. So we have 14 players that can join up. And we're going to screen those players for absolute fucking a-holes, people who cheat. Like, oh, hey, Jim, like, fuck off, you're not going. But I'll pay. I don't give a fuck.
I think it's very. See, the thing is, it's very hard to cheat because, like, you know, if you're playing with someone, like, you know, I suppose the thing. You know, I don't know. I feel like the most you can really get is like some people that don't count up the points correctly.
Well, that too.
But, like,
they'll fudge like, numbers on purpose.
Battles,
they will do that.
Yeah, like, you know, I've only ever came across that really once, and even then, it wasn't like a ridiculous number, and I was like, all right, okay, sure, whatever. You know what I mean? It wasn't the biggest. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I don't know. We're me out. Oh, here, Garb, is your audio good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Before it cuts out?
I'm fine.
Oh, right, sweet.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
we're at that time, aren't we?
Yeah, we're coming up on the time that Garb's audio always shits itself. So, look, I think that's where we're probably going to wrap up. Honestly, be careful. I would say that's...
I would say 3 or 4 very key words here. Fuck the Templin Institute. Because just for its trash take. Like, I know it's like next year James like, hey, don't do that. But I'm like, I just, these guys have absolute trash takes. And I went through and hate watched like half their shit. And it's all trash takes. Like, I went through and researched. I see, as a hateful person, I research my hate, and I found my hate well placed.
I didn't even watch their. I didn't watch their video. The one, I didn't bother.
It was such a horrible take.
And
it kept getting worse and worse the more you watch it. I'm like, are you, this guy for real? Like, I thought this was like a spoof, or like he was just doing it for like to be funny. That's what I literally thought. Like I thought it was like a ironic post, but
I mean,
it wasn't ironic. He meant it.
Sadly. My entire channel. Ha! Joke's on you. I was only pretending to be retarded.
I'm only pretending to be retarded. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like,
Got you guys.
sorry.
I don't know. Like, you know what? If there's a genuine good argument for female Space Marines, I'll listen to you. If you got it, let me know. I haven't really seen one, if I be honest with you. I've seen that good, and every time.
40k Phantom is
I just haven't
toxic.
seen it.
Look at this comment. I'll put it to you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of trolling through their comment. Like, the 40k Phantom is toxic. Don't let the gate hit you on the way out there, bro.
I mean, yes. How do you not know? I'm the most toxic human being known to man. You know what I mean? Like, see, this is
Uranium
like,
wishes it was me.
People, I don't know. Like, I think you shouldn't have don't push people to this extreme. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to enjoy my hobbies, and that's it. But instead, people have decided, you know what? Let's put in a culture war. Let's have to talk about this stuff all the time. You know what I mean? It's
Let's
like,
push. Let's push a little.
I
hate how
that
true
wee
it is,
bit
though.
more.
It's like,
Yeah, let me just push that needle. You know what? If I can just push that needle, you know, if I can just sway people in that direction, let's just water it down. You know what? Can we get some lighters in? You know what? Say what you will about Matt Ward. Matt Ward loves 40k.
at least he loves
Can't say he
40k.
doesn't.
Yeah, he's just a bit,
You know,
enthusiastic.
he's a
in
bit
his
too.
writings.
He's a bit too. Yeah, like that's it. Like, you know, honest to God, can you imagine? Like, you know, well, like, you know, at least you could say he actually enjoys what he's like. You know what I mean? How bad's that? Like, you know, he was widely regarded as like the worst of the worst 40k lighters ever, and he's turned into a massive meme of people hating on him. And you know, say what you will. At least he enjoyed it, like, you know, and I think there's a lot of people these days that work for a lot of companies that light and produce stuff for beloved fandoms. Here, Witcher, prime example. You know what I mean? Getting got fired because he fucking wanted to keep
keep to the canon, keep to the lore, and these people fucking hate that. How dare you stay with the actual writing and not trust our greater, loftier, big brain, galaxy brain writing, because you suck at it. We've seen how these people write, and they all fucking suck. Big suck.
It just keeps happening.
Big suck.
It just keeps happening. Yeah.
Now, here's the thing.
It's just
Imagine
sad at this
if
point.
GW makes a female Space Marine model, right? And watch, like, none of them sell. Like,
Should we do
because
this, Garblue? Do you want
I'm
to?
saying, you know for a
you know
fact
what?
they would reject that bitch so hard. They'd be like, nah, we're good and enjoy losing money. And I can see W having like boxes and boxes of like
Garblue.
She-Marines. Like, we've lost hundreds of thousands. How could the left do this to us?
You know what? No, I've got an idea, Garblue. We should do this. I'm going to talk to the modelers. I'm going to talk to Kieran. So I am. We're going to do a Misters of Battle model and yeah, we're going to do Misters of Battle and She-Marines. That's what we're gonna do. She-Marines. We're gonna do one of each. What do you guys think? I'm actually up for this completely.
Twinks of Battle.
If you guys are down for it, yeah. Do you want? Yes, Twinks of Battle. Oh my God! Look, I want to hear numbers from you guys. If you guys are interested in this idea, we'll go for it. It'll be a complete piss take. It'll be a one-off. Like, we'll just do the model as a Kickstarter. We'll see if we can get it in the store and have it print all the time. We don't know. I don't know if you guys are up for it. I'm
So
up
what
for
we'll
it. I think
do
I'll
is
be-
we'll do these models, and the amount of sales shows how much you hate the idea. The more sales there are, the more you guys hate it, and we'll put it right in UW's face.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm up for the idea just for the pure meme at this point. You know what I mean?
will
It's such
say
a
though, if
ridiculous-
you do that, I'll paint a She-Marine in a Twink of Battle for like a raffle. I may as well. I'll put like blush.
Oh
on their cheeks
yeah,
and
do you
shit.
want to? Yeah, definitely. Do you want to? You know what? If you can find, if any of you guys know,
Really
a decent
paint the
charity,
contours
you know
on the
what?
cock under the power armor. You know?
You know what? You know what? To make it even better, I'll go to like a local women's shelter and I'll practice my shadow boxing like the front.
Are you telling
like
me
2 a.m.
it's like a dog shelter, right? I just walk in and pick one out. I like that short blonde one there. Give me that one.
Yeah, I like the way they cry. Oh my god, this is getting too much. Like, if you guys are
eat all the eggs, Space Marine.
Why are you doing this?
We're gonna have to leave it there. If you guys like that idea, let us know. I really would like a show of hands, and we'll probably just do it for the pure meme. And honestly, if you guys can recommend like a genuinely good charity, we could work something out, and I think we could
Better,
like, you know what I mean. I think it would be a fun. No, I won't do that, because then people would take that really expect if we did that.
Can you fucking imagine?
But it would be,
Holy cow, where does 12 grand come from? Well, you see.
it would be kind of funny, though. It would be kind of funny, guys. I'm not like just absolutely damn on them. You know what I mean? Well, the thing is, like, you know, it would be like, see, like we don't even agree with you, and even we're doing better. Like, you know what I mean? At least you know what I mean?
Let's raise money for the Battered Women's Shelter in like Northern Ireland by selling twink models. Oh my god.
Let us know in the comments down below what you think about the idea. Go ahead, check out Garbu's channel, check out everything else. I really wasn't expecting to do this as a video, but Garbu was like, "No, we gotta do it." I was like, "Alright, okay,
We
fine.
gotta do it,
Let's
James.
just do
We
it."
gotta do the video.
Yeah, just it's so fucking ridiculous.
It is.
Anyway, like, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what you think, and I can do a promo of me outside the women's shelter. Shut up, Box. I'll get the No, fuck it, no. Let's just leave it there. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you. Bye.